So today in this video, we're going to kind of go over a few things regarding your exterior concrete. Concrete surfaces do need to be maintained. Not only should they be cleaned on a regular basis to help avoid any staining. If things are left on the surface of the concrete, it can eventually stain that concrete. So we want to make sure we're making sure we're taking care of this flat surface areas. Keep leaves, debris, obviously any oils, engine greases, things of that nature off. But we want to make sure we're taking care of it and it'll last a long time. One way to help prevent things from staining is going to be sealing your concrete. Most of the concretes that we use today come with a pre-sealer to them, so there is some resistance to both mild chemical and in some cases some salts and things of that nature, but it offers a little protection to start with. Those will break down over time. So it's a good idea, usually after the first year, 2 years or so, to actually seal your concrete. There's a number of different products out there on the market. Do your research. There's clear sealers. There's also opaque or semi-transparent sealers. You can even go with colored types of sealers. It's all a preference of what you choose. The one thing that's most important when you are sealing your driveway or sidewalk or porch or back patio is making sure that surface is clean and ready to be sealed. When you do seal your concrete, it will help with resistance to those other things we mentioned, chemicals, salts, just in general, dirts and so on, and you can help clean those off more easily at that time. It will typically extend some of the life on your concrete. One thing you will notice with concrete can and will crack. It's very common. Typically with most concretes, you're going to see that when our concretes are laid, we'll have either a trowel joint where it's somewhat smooth on both sides. This is because of where two of them came together, both the driveway and the front sidewalk. Most often you'll see control joints that we have that are cut concrete joints. That being done by a concrete saw. And the concrete guys, flat work guys will come out and actually cut that after the concrete is cured and make those control joints. What those are for is we're trying to direct those cracks that can and will happen to those spots, to basically create an alley, if you will, for those cracks to go to. Try to avoid them being just everywhere around any areas of the concrete and somewhat control those cracks to go to those areas we've already installed. Again, most concrete, you're going to get some cracking. The sealing of the concrete will help with that. Also making sure that we have our grade is still correct. You don't want an area near your cement or driveway or patios that's undermined. That'll help to increase the ability for that concrete to shift and move. That's an important thing to remember. So if you do get a crack, what we're looking for is cracks will happen, somewhat separate, that's normal. What we want to avoid is what we call displacement, where that concrete will fall or raise in that area. That can sometimes be a problem. There's different ways of taking care of that. One, of course, being removing it. The other being having it raised by a company that can do a concrete lifting type of system. Those are some extreme measures. Usually concrete patch can be done quite easily, or even some exterior grade concrete caulks today. We'll usually take care of some of the minor maybe imperfection or small crack you may have. It's typically not going to go all the way through the concrete, but it is something to watch for to keep it maintained, keep it looking good, and it'll last you for years.